everybody is working with Roku right now, and they're having what they call Watch, and they have a couple of those. Watch, HGTV has it, where you get the live stream of the network, and you can watch. Now, ESPN just did it, and they have a Watch ESPN, and I just got hooked up with it tonight, and I'll be able to watch the Cubs tomorrow night on that channel. So I'm looking forward to that. I'll be able to see the game. It's going to be it's pretty cool. It's called Watch ESPN, and it's a channel. It just got on there, and I don't know how long ago they started that, but ESPN is now going to be on Roku, and I'll be able to watch the Cubs game tomorrow night. Now that I can hooked up with them and ready to go for tomorrow night, so looking forward to that. Cubs baseball, and we're going to have it. That game will be available. Of course, you can listen to the game if you can't, if you don't have that, on the radio. And of course, if you're lucky enough to live in the Chicago area, if you're listening out there in Chicago, you can listen to that, of course, on 670 The Score, WSCR, and you'll be able to hear the game there. All right, let's see what other sporting news do we have. Oh, you heard that terrible news? I just heard this earlier today, and I'm going to look for it on my Facebook when we do our scroll through social media, because we do scroll through social media on Sportspage too. And apparently, I guess a hot air balloon, and this was down in Texas. This is terrible. Got into some wires. Apparently, they were up in. They had lifted up, but the weather wasn't too clear. They shouldn't have been up there to begin with. The visibility wasn't too good. And apparently a hot air balloon got caught up in some wires and exploded in Texas. Terrible thing. And prayers go out to that family, those people who they lost. That's terrible. All right, coming up in just a little bit here on our sports page, we're going to be getting ready for our... oh, by the way, every sports scores every 10 minutes, as a matter of fact. We do that always on sports page here on GJRB. Give you a chance to catch up on the sports scores, and I'll have those all ready for you. I usually go into my Yahoo and pull up the sports scores on my Yahoo page. I can do it also on my ESPN as well. If I go into that, I can go into the MLB actually and pull up the baseball scores for tonight and give you the rundown on what's going on. So we'll have some of those. So I'll have a rundown on that and give you the rundown of the scores so far. And we're going to do that tonight. By the way, speaking of which, even as I speak, the Pittsburgh Pirates are now in the top of the 9th inning in the score. Milwaukee 5, Pittsburgh 2. So Milwaukee is ahead of Pittsburgh. Have our sports scores. Matter of fact, at the bottom of the hour, which we're headed to now, I will do what I call my sports brief, where I will give you the sports scores and some news headlines and sporting headlines. And I do that for about a minute or so, usually about a quick rough through, and give you some of the sports scores along the way too, and give you the news headlines in sports. So all that coming up on Gary J Sports Page tonight here on GJRB online on Spreaker. Glad you could be with me tonight and talking sports for a while. And we're going to have a really good time. Now, usually I do this show for a full 3 hours, usually, but we're going to kind of do maybe just about an hour and a half tonight. That's about it. About 2 hours. If we were doing it at 8 o'clock, we'd have been 2 hours, 8 to 10. And we're just going to kind of do a short, abbreviated version of this program. And then the next time we get together, we're going to be going back to our regular time slot, which is at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a Saturday. And we're going to go back to our regular schedule, our regular format on Saturday, doing Sports Page, the normal format. So you'll be able to, it'll be our regular schedule time slot, which is 2 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon. But like I said before, we have Cubs baseball. I usually preempt this program and move it down so that I can enjoy the game and tell you about it as well. So, and it's also on my 9-foot 107.9 Talk FM 108 and on my closed circuit FM station. So I like to do it that way. Let's see, here we go. So what we're going to do is get ready to do that, and have our sports page now. And we're going to get ready to do some sports here on GJRB Online, here on Spreaker. Garyj Sports Page on GJRB Online, and we're going to get ready to do that right now. Our Garyj Sports Page, we're gonna go right into it and get started on it. It's an interesting story we just pulled up. Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump says he doesn't like what's going on against NFL games in his debate on the Democratic opponent Hillary Clinton this fall. Yeah. The NFL games, I guess according to this, they're going to be up against a football game. Trump says that the league complained to him about the debate schedule. Spokesman for the NFL, however, said that the league did not send a letter to the billionaire businessman. The Independent Partisan Commission on Presidential Debates served a debate sponsor and set a participation criteria dates, sites and formats. The sites and dates for the 2016 debates were announced in September of 2015. But the commissioner did not consult with any political parties or campaigns in making these decisions. In an interview with ABC Sunday night this week, Trump asked if he would accept the commission's schedule. He replied, "I tell you what I don't like. It's against 2 NFL games. I got a letter from the NFL saying that this is ridiculous. Why are the debates against, and cause the NFL doesn't want to go against the debates, because the debates are going to be pretty massive from what I understand." Okay? He as to Trump's assertion, the NFL spokesman Brian McCarthy tweeted, quote, while we obviously wish the debate commission would find another night, we did not send a letter to Mr. Trump. Now, 2 of the 3 debates are scheduled in September, and October will be televised during NFL games. September 26th, the night of the first debate, ESPN will carry the Monday night game featuring the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. On October 9th, a second debate will air opposite a Sunday night game featuring Tampa Bay versus Carolina Panthers on NBC. Now, Trump said, he said, quote, "I do not know how the dates are picked. I don't know why these particular dates," he told ABC. Trump did say the debates were fine and that he'd rather have 3 than 1. Okay, so we'll talk about that one coming up. The debates. He doesn't like the fact that the debates are going to conflict with the football games. Those will be broadcast at night. on Monday night, one on Monday night and another one on Sunday night. Well, I would think the Sunday night game, which would be on NBC, I thought that would probably be blacked out right away for the debates, but one of the other networks are going to probably handle that game, or handle that debate rather, and the other networks will handle the debate. And we'll talk about that coming up. I'm also going to do weather on the fives. Just because we do sports page doesn't mean we all pay attention to the weather. And we'll have one of those coming up here in about a few minutes here on Sports Page on GJRB Online. Now, in fact, we do it usually at about 25 and again at 55 past the hour. But since this is a Saturday night, I'm going to kind of like pick any time within the fives there. Whether it be 05, 15, 25, 35, 45, or 55 minutes past the hour, toss of the coin. So if you stay with me, you'll be able to get the weather forecast for nationwide weather here on GJRB during the sports page. Okay. So we're going to get ready for that. Garyj Sports Page on GJRB Online here on Spreaker, and I think what we're going to do here in just about 5 minutes or so, about 4.5, is we'll do a score rundown, and then we'll take a break, and then we'll come back and continue on our sports page here on GJRB Online on Spreaker. Here in just about a few minutes. In fact, we're going to be going into a break anyway, so I think what I'll do is I'll come back after that break and we'll go ahead and do the scores for baseball and a few other scores along the way as well too. Major League Baseball for one, but some of the top action. I guess is in golf, the third round of the PGA Championship was suspended due to rain. And I believe top of the leaderboard with 9 under was Jay Walker. And we'll talk about that coming up too as we do get into a little bit of golf here a little later on Sports Page. So stay with me for that. We got a lot of good stuff coming up, so I hope you'll stay with me for Garyj Sports Page here on GJRB Online on Spreaker, where we bring you the best in sports scores and sports talk on Saturday night, which something I'm not going to always make it a habit of doing a Saturday night, but if we do, it'll be a Saturday night once in a while. Because I kind of like doing this show on a Saturday night. It's kind of fun. So we're going to do this from time to time. But we're not going to make too much of a habit out of it. We're just going to do it once in a while, Saturday night. And our next show is going to be back in the daytime slot. So just be aware of that. Garyj Sports Page, we'll be right back with more of the Sports Page in just a minute with some scores on GJRB. Stand by. It was the year World War II ended, and the troops came home, and the music was fabulous, with big hits from Perry Como, Judy Garland, and the Andrews Sisters. The year was 1945. Listen to the year in music on the next Swing Time. I'm Gary Rustin, and I'll be featuring the biggest hits from that year, along with trivial information about the prices of items such as groceries, the news events, the culture of 1945 on the next Swing Time. For 1 year, the wait is over. Now, join Pastor Ron Johnston and a panel of men and women to discuss the news and how it lines up with Bible prophecy. In this world of chaos and upheaval, this is the program that puts it all into perspective. How will we survive? God only knows. So trust it and listen to the last 7 days. Uploaded as a podcast or live every third Friday at 12 o'clock noon Central on GJR Beyond.